I think the most important thing about our jazz program is mentorship. So it's a small jazz program, meaning we can perform with them and we can help them navigate through certain things, and there's enough faculty and there's a small number of students, which gives us the ability to spend a lot of time with them. I think that's what makes our program so great. And then we're in this large school of music, one of the largest in the Southeast, so they can perform in the orchestra and they can write for the wind ensemble and they can do all sorts of fun things like that as well.
UNCG is the jazz program. The Miles Davis School of Music is a well-known program, especially on the East Coast. It gave birth to many great students who've gone on to do such great things. And when I heard about that and I picked up the upright bass, I figured this is the right place for me to come in order to get growth, experience, the resources I need to be a successful musician.
One of the things I'm most proud of in our program is in our first year for our fall semester for our freshmen, they have to take an active listening class where they're taught how to listen better. And so on the first day, I play them some music for 4 or 5 minutes and they listen and then they write down 4 or 5 things that they hear, swinging, drums, bass. And then at the end of the semester, we play something like a 4 or 5 minute piece, John Coltrane Quartet, Louis Armstrong with a High Five or something like that. And they can write 150 things down that they've heard. So we teach them to be more active listeners. So it's not just the one instrument that they're on that they listen to. They have to listen to everything.
So a saxophone student studying just the saxophone is going to have just a certain amount of sound to work with, the things that they've learned to master. But if you also add the way a pianist articulates and feels, guitarist, bass player, trumpet, trombone player, you've expanded their color palette. And by design, they're naturally going to have more sounds at their disposal and are more unlikely to sound like someone else.
So I've played at Tate Street Coffee House since I was a freshman. Every Saturday morning there's jazz, and Thursday nights there's jazz and a jam session. And I was lucky enough to play with upperclassmen every Saturday morning, bright and early. And it helped me develop a lot as a musician, just on the spot, being able to execute ideas and play what you want to play and communicate with others. And then you also have an audience watching you, so you kind of are not playing the same way that you practice.
I think somebody who's interested in our jazz program should know that it's not the path of least resistance. It's a tremendous amount of work. It's a tremendous amount of fun. The people that you're going to study with will be your friends and people that hire you for the rest of your life. And I think it's probably more intense than most schools because of our size of our program is so small that you'll develop these great relationships with other students and faculty. I think that's what makes it really special.